Buddy, my name is Kittens. What is going on? I'm from Choose Wisely Gaming. It's sitting right next to me with the tuxedo hat today. No banana bandana. Yes, look at it. It's Tater. How you doing, Tater?
Doing alright.
Just all right?
Doing alright, yeah. Just alright. Where's Twisty from?
Twisty, I am not 100% sure.
Yeah, I just want to know.
I'm trying to think of a request real quick to give Pink. What do we want to see, dude?
Ooh, Pink. Is it English?
He has everything.
He has everything.
Let's see.
I would like to see Moon Queen. I almost never see Moon Queen anymore.
I spammed it in chat. That is our request, please, Lord English. We would love to see Moon Queen. Moon Queen is a great hero, though.
Yeah, I don't think she's bad.
I think she's a great hero. I think I like the different kind of builds you can do with her, like the Staff of the Master and alt build. I think that's pretty fun. Or the Staff of the Master Shrunken Head and just run around with your alt.
Oh
killing
God!
People.
You just
you destroy people, and her auto attack is really good because it bounces and life steal is really good. But that is enough talking about Moon Queen. I am gonna go to the actual game right now, and hopefully that does it right there. And it does. We're gonna look at these picks. Legion or Hellborn? What do you want?
whatever.
I'll take Legion. I'll go first, and then since it's on the right side, you'll take Hellborn in a second.
Why they gotta be first?
Because I said so.
Yeah, you racist.
Nah, left and right. I like left better.
Tell your parents.
I am not racist.
From.
Oh,
I feel
your
like I've
shit's
seen
cutting
you
out bad
use.
already. I know.
I feel like I've seen you use. Am I still cutting out?
You're good now.
Okay. I feel like I've seen you use like. Maybe I'm wrong, but like other languages, just like smatterings of it, and I was just wondering where you were from.
I'm pretty sure he's from the U.S., but I'm not 100% sure. I will
I
talk.
thought so too.
I'll talk about Legion real quick. We got Bubbles, Rampage, and 4 Emerald Warden and Flint Beastwood, and if they do it right, they're gonna be a ganking machine with Bubbles and Rampage porting around with Nymphora. It's gonna be pretty entertaining.
Go.
Yeah.
Crack me up.
Oh, that is a interesting. That is an interesting idea. But then you got Emerald
Go
Warden,
Page!
Emerald Warden and Flint Beastwood trying to carry this game out. Actually, Flint Beastwood buying a ward early on, which is pretty nice. Emerald Warden going straight bottle in the side lane, never a good thing. But like I said, if Nymphora does get some decent levels and plays aggressively with Rampage and Bubbles, I could see this being super entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big thing, and I think Flint Beastwood and Emerald Warden are really strong carries, and so I think they'll do pretty good this game. How do you like Hellborn, good saw?
We got Moon Queen. Almost called her Arachna, but she is not Arachna.
She does have an
is
aura like
Andromeda.
Arachna.
She has. I mean, kind of. It's to everybody. Fade, Wild Soul, and the guy who runs S2, Malikan.
You like the lineup, or
It's an agility fest.
it really
It's an
is.
agility fest. And this is a FPS lag fest. I think it's pretty cool. It's a little different. I kind of wish they had more stuns. They have a dedicated support who actually put down a ward. So honestly, I'm already pulling for you to win the game.
Yeah, I do like their lineup. I like how much of their aura stacking they're gonna have with Andromeda and Moon Queen.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna be really good.
Not sure if I like these early boots on Wild Soul.
Yeah, isn't it interesting? I saw that too.
Yeah, like that was like he got into the game. He's like, oh my god, boots!
My bear needs to run super fast. And actually, Bubbles really destroying middle. And actually, action up top. Here goes Emerald Warden with the bottle first, having absolutely no stats, just getting triple gangbang. Best way of putting it.
Yeah, that was a.
It was a mean thing.
Dude, would you ever have like a sexual orgy with a bear?
A Wild Soul would.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, come on.
That's not a fair question.
It's like asking a man who's already married to a goat if he likes to have sex with animals.
Vote for Goat, Will.
I mean, yeah.
That's what he's here for. But actually,
I think vote
middle
for
of
Goat
Bubbles
is a
doing a
terrorist.
lot of damage to Moon Queen. Moon Queen turned around for half a second. Oh my god, Moon Queen, that could have been the end of you. But there, I won't say much. But Bubbles actually doing really good middle against Moon Queen because Moon Queen does have that really low auto attack range. And that isn't necessarily hurting her, but since her Moonbeam isn't really leveled all that high, it doesn't do a lot of damage. And now since it's level 2, she'll probably start hitting with that.
Yeah. How's my mic
Actually,
sound,
here
by
comes
the way?
Andromeda for the gank in middle lane. Good stun. Bubbles
Good middle gank.
not going to be able to go to his shell, and it should be an easy kill on Bubbles. Yeah, that was a really well-needed gank, and Andromeda actually has some early boots.
Yeah, you know,
Letting her roam around.
questioning that for a minute, and then I was like, well, I mean, she's already kind of pulling off the second gank of the game, and we're not even at 2 minutes, so I think I can justify those early boosts.
She's roaming around, and she's getting around places a lot quicker than she normally would.
Right, I like it.
Yeah, no, I really like to pick up as well, and it's letting her let Moon Queen win mid, who actually I think would lose to Bubbles normally.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so Moon Queen does need farm, as we all know. Moon Queen can carry very hard.
Oh, yeah.
If you think this goes late game, though, who do you think has an advantage looking at these teams? It's really interesting.
It's weird.
Isn't it? That's what I was thinking.
Late game, like probably like an hour plus. Another gank coming in the middle. Andromeda comes in with a stun, and they get a moonbeam. Bubbles barely gets away with one auto attack.
Andromeda does have a haste, though, and she is chasing. Her haste just ran out.
She's looking. She's on the hunt.
And Bubbles knows she's on the hunt, and is going to try to get away from this. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, it actually does not.
That's a great spot.
Wow, that is really good. Never seen that spot before. But it is Twisty Juker. Oh my god, and he's
boy.
He's gonna go for the kill on the Moon Queen. Moon Queen gonna get that good moonbeam, and I don't know what finished her off. Was it the archer? The archer's just like 24 damage from the archer was enough to kill Moonbeam, even with her armor. Really surprising. Bubbles loves his creeps, saying thank you creeps. I couldn't have done it without you. And he definitely couldn't have done it without him. But that was a really good fight. Just going down to auto attack. I love seeing those kind of like, oh my god, I'm going to have to action cancel to win this kind of fight. Showing off how much skills you have with that. But looking at the GPM now with the bar graph. Hello, bar graph. Holy crap, 303 GPM on Moon Queen and 286 on Wild Soul. But Moon Queen getting a lot of her GPM off the ganks from Andromeda middle. So I'm going to give a lot of credit to Andromeda for Moon Queen's farm, actually.
That's pretty good early for Wild Soul.
That is really good for Wild Soul. I think he did get the Bloodlust kill, if I remember right. Did he?
Did he?
Yeah,
okay.
He did get the Bloodlust. So, when that
okay.
gank.
Okay, right.
But, I mean, that only does so much. He is keeping up with his farm, so...
Right, that's the big... You know, I wonder if it's the boots getting him to the stacks faster. But the bear doesn't even have a shield on it. And that you really need that early game, in my opinion, because otherwise you end up wasting too much health and mana bringing the bear up every time it's on cooldown.
No, yeah, I agree.
Just that shield is critical. I even like an iron shield on it, the buckler.
Yeah, the iron shield is pretty strong. I've seen even helms on their damn bear and just build a helm mock on bear, chasing people around. That's really good. Actually, Moon Queen doing a lot of damage with her moonbeams, and Bubbles doesn't really have enough regen to keep up with this, but there's action top, and I'm missing it. Fade does fall to this Andromeda. Andromeda chasing past the tower to try to get Infora, but that was probably a bad idea. And I missed another kill. Oh, no, it was right here. Okay. Twisty Juker actually does fall to Moon Queen as well. Here comes Rampage, charging his Moon Queen. Probably not going to be enough. You're only level 3, bro. She is going to try to Moonbeam him, and going to run for her life. She does have a good movement speed, so... And you know what? Rampage is going to fall to the tower as well. And vote for Goats like I died again in glowing white letters. I would assume that's a bind. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think he typed that out when he was dying.
I hope he did.
That is so manly. Like, fuck, I died. Let me type this in glowing letters real quick.
Yeah, let me type this in while I have 50% HP left. Because I can see the future.
But actually,
Rampage see the future.
Really early phase boots picked up on Wild Soul, which isn't that uncommon because people do like putting phase boots on the bear for the creep unit.
Yeah.
Creep walking for the
I think
mock.
that's happening.
Yeah, I think he's going to go mock build, which I personally like a lot. I know there's 1.5 million different builds. Actually, Shellsurf put in onto this Moon Queen an easy kill. Moon Queen thinking there was no way she was going to die with 10 HP, but she managed to do it. And actually, Flimpy would actually fall into this bottom lane. 10 kills in 5 minutes, guys. You guys like killing each other. I swear to God, everyone on our stream likes killing each other. Like, I don't see sit back and farm games. Like,
no, yeah.
We don't see those.
Yeah, I really enjoy the fact that it's they're exciting games though, because sometimes those sit back and farm games are just like I'd be falling asleep casting.
But the thing is, the sit back and farm games sometimes they end so epically. Like base racing.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I do like about them. We've actually had a 65-minute game that ended up. You were casting that where they conceded when we didn't think they were gonna concede.
Yeah, they just out of nowhere. Yeah. Oh God, that was.
The other team had one ranged Rax, and they're like, "Well,
I think we need to make a top 10 and just make the concede in that one of the top 10 plays because that's just."
By the way, guys, we are talking about top 10. We are gonna make one eventually. Actually, there is a gank going on. Bubbles finding Andromeda in the woods, doing a lot of damage, and he didn't even go to his shell. He just decided to kill him, but. We're going to be doing a top 10 plays at 100 followers. And you know what? Leave me alone. I'm trying to say something.
More action going on top. Yeah. Fade throwing out a stun and the call, and that's some rape.
Yeah, that is easy.
Another way to say
now that since half the Legion team's dead, I probably can talk for a second.
Probably.
We're going to be doing 100 followers doing a top 10 video, 75 followers. We are going to be doing instructional videos for anything. Laning, some heroes maybe, warding, when to do Kongor. Actually, ultimate coming out from Moon Queen, gonna kill Bubbles.
Ooh!
Bubbles could have went to the shell, I think, a little earlier, possibly saving his life. But at 50, we decided we're going to do a 24-hour cast, and that is going to be on December 10th since we are at 46. So definitely, if you haven't followed us yet, you know, just give it half a second and press follow. Yeah, and we might cancel it if you guys don't. If we don't have 50 followers, I mean, my God, we can't make promises like this. And on that December 10th, though, we are going to have a special guest from S2 talking about some cool things, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. No, hopefully it's cool. Actually, it looks like Wild Soul gonna go Elk Bones. Pretty different than I thought, but the Elk Bones does help him farm a mock.
Yeah.
That's my excuse for it. I do like Elk Bone Wild Soul if you're gonna build Wild Soul, though.
Yeah, I would use boots first. Although, I mean, they're not gonna be late with the current GPM he's at, you know, and what he already has stashed away. You know, it's not gonna be pre 8 minutes. Like, I mean, the ID.
Elk Bones, yeah.
But I mean, it'll definitely.
Top Gank, I'm getting some crazy feedback from you right now, so hold on 1 second. And number 1 is gonna fall, almost killing this Wild Soul. Try to talk real quick.
Ah.
It picked up. Every once in a while it picks up the computer sounds, I think. But yeah, I mean, he is picking up a little late, but after having phase boots finished already, it's definitely not that late. It could be a lot worse. He is going to pick him up probably around 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So, actually, here comes Bubbles, going in to try to kill Wild Soul. He does have a DD and an easy kill, making his Elk Bones that much longer for him to get. Fade's like, yeah, I'm going to join the party for some reason. You could have went the other way towards your tower, but it's okay, Fade. I forgive you.
No, Wild Soul!
I gotta save him.
Ow!
Yes, that is exactly what Fade was screaming.
Probably exactly what happened. At monitor.
It's like you read. It's like you can read
Is
people's
that
like.
logo? I don't know. Not that I know any of it.
Actually, here comes Malikan porting in from his sword on Flint Beastwood. Pretty badass, you know. Porting from your sword is pretty cool.
You were talking about how you think this is going to go late game, and you asked me, and then we got sidetracked in like 400 kills because no one wants to hear us talk.
Yeah, no.
I think that's why people go in for kills. Like
They're just like these.
are like, kittens and taters.
For some reason, Skype goes crazy every once in a while. I think it's Skype's fault, honestly.
Yeah.
But you're good now. It just picks up, and your voice.
No, I'm getting frame lag. Honestly, I'm gonna leave the game.
Leave the game and see if that fixes it. But yeah, I mean, I'll answer the question. If Hellborn goes 40 minutes with Moon Queen, Wild Soul, and Malikan, oh my God.
It's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like a fun game at that point.
Flint Beastwood can only do so much against that many people. And Emerald Warren, I personally, just the farm she's getting, I don't think it's gonna be all that great.
It just be chatting me up.
Yeah, dude, can't help it. But I'm gonna look at that bar graph again. GPM 293 for Wild Soul, 291 for Moon Queen, and actually Bubbles keeping up with 278. It's not looking good for Flint though. At 130 GPM being the only carry that I think can carry this game, compete with any of the other carries on Hellborn. And actually Moon Queen taking a lot of damage, gonna die to the Bubbles ultimate. But I mean, I really think Hellborn has an advantage, especially with Andromeda, with Dimensional Link being maxed out really early.
Oh,
plus this Lunar Glow. If you do the math, hold on guys, math about to happen. At 61% base damage?
Yeah. I've always wanted to run a game where you have Arachna, Moon Queen, and Andromeda all together because I know two of them are the ranged base damage aura, but
Andromeda's everyone, and Moon
I mean, if you just pick like an all-range team, which is never a bad idea, you know, you could get so crazy, and then someone just picks up an Abyssal. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
That's over 100% base damage on everybody.
I agree 100%. I mean, if you're picking an all-range team, Abyssal gives no lifesteal, but it gives you that base damage, so you really don't need it at that point. I understand what you're saying. I mean, this...
You can get like a War Beast or something.
Oh, yeah. I've actually seen that where they pick like a aura-based team and then also pick War Beast for his extra damage,
yeah.
And everyone builds a Helm of the Black Legion. And they hit so hard already that they don't need damage items.
You don't need it. You get that plus 44 damage from the buff, his second
That's only
ability.
for him, though. He only gives out plus 15.
Oh,
plus
yeah, it's plus 15
Yeah.
to everyone. It's its own units. It's
Yeah.
not units, yeah.
But plus 15 is still damage. Nonetheless.
It's funny when you get a Whispering Helm on him and you start picking up like Minotaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
Minotaurs running at speed cap. Holy shit! You will poop yourself when there are 3 Minotaurs, a War Beast, and 2 Wolves
If you get a
running
P-Box
at you at
too.
speed cap.
Yeah, I think
oh my
I think the
God.
most entertaining build would be a P-Box 3 and then picking up a Whispering Helm.
Yeah.
That would be just... You would push tower so hard. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even matter if they take your creeps because you can just grab a few here and there, and you already have 4 at your disposal at any
The
time.
only person who would really destroy that strategy would be Parasite jumping in your... He jumped in my wolves earlier. I was so mad about that. I was just...
Dude, he steals a lot of things.
He's good with Tundra as well because of the Shiver. He was just chasing around. He was running around in that Shiver, going invis. Here comes Moon Queen, gonna Moonbeam. I'm assuming Flint Beast would actually good stun from Andromeda. Oh my God, Andromeda falling really quick with only boots.
Andromeda's melting.
That's what happens when you only have boots. Here comes someone microing Fade, not very well. Actually, here comes Wilds. I'm assuming Wilds is microing Fade, and here comes Moon Queen, landing the Moonbeam. Gonna be an easy kill on Emerald Warden. Wilds will fall in really quick though. He's gonna be really fast, and actually the Turtle Shell gonna hit him. Moon Queen gonna throw down a Moonbeam, but here comes Malakin though. He's gonna fear the hell out of you guys.
Man up, Malakin.
Probably bad idea, Malakin. Actually, here comes Fade. Fade did reconnect to the game, is fighting it now. And missing the stun, that's single target.
Woo!
We've had that one game where the Fade...
Yeah, I think it was Twisty that was doing
No,
it.
it wasn't. It was someone else. Yeah, it was just...
Oh, he kept missing it because he kept misclicking, I think is what it
He
was.
was-
He knew it was...
He knew it was single target, but he kept clicking the ground. For some reason.
Well, yeah, I think he maybe had like a slight lag or something like that, and it was just making him click. Yeah, I do that with Glacius. If he's the only person I do it with, I do that with Glacius. I freeze my teammates and kill them more than anyone you've ever seen. It is terrible.
Oh, Twisty Juker is talking about it. It was that game. It was Twisty Juker. Twisty Juker living up to his mistakes. I appreciate someone like that. But Glacius, yeah, when a big team fight's going on, everyone's moving, you just freeze, and you freeze your Flint Beast Switch, you're like...
Dude, it's fun. And you're like, and all you can say is, 50% damage reduction?
Dude.
And you look like an idiot, but you're like, I was trying to help you. And
Did
you
it
just-
on purpose.
Yeah, and then you're more of an asshole because you did it on purpose. But
And then they turn off help from their teammates, and then one time you actually need to freeze them, and then...
then they come to your house and kill you.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, I don't hear of that too much often. Actually, Rampage charging it into Moon Queen, gonna get stunned and take a lot of damage, but Bubble's like, screw it, I'm gonna do a lot of damage too. You're gonna throw down his ult eventually. There is his ultimate. He needs to take cover. Yeah.
Whoa!
Rampage is gonna fall to the Moon Queen ultimate, actually, and Andromeda's gonna chase. Oh, great takeover by Bubbles. Knows he can win this auto attack fight, and actually throws a shell out. That take cover was very, very, very nice.
Yeah,
Very
you might
nice.
have it on
If I could do
auto.
a good Borat voice, I would do it for you and say very nice. But
Nice.
this guy knows what's up.
Very nice. Good. Take cover. Very nice. It's primo shit.
Primo.
It's primo shit.
One of my friends actually, he plays Call of Duty and that's his name, Primo. I think he got it from the pizza place around here though. Honestly, I want to say
Probably. I like pizza. They serve good pizza. Dude, Call of Duty, best name ever.
Primo. Yeah, and that was the name. He was actually a super competitive Call of Duty player, but I'm not here to talk about that. If I was here to talk about that, I would tell you to go check out my YouTube page, which I won't.
You guys should go check out his YouTube page.
I have some cool things on it.
He's a pretty badass
Well,
up stomper.
yeah, I just
Call of Duty.
I just stomp pubs now. I used to be a competitive Call of Duty console and PC player, but
Pub humper.
yes, a pub humper. Is that a new word for a pub stomper?
Yeah, pub humper.
just-
You've ever heard the song Tub Thumping?
No.
I guarantee you have. I get knocked out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody in the world.
Yeah.
If you have never heard music, you've heard. But yeah, the song's name is Tub Thumping. I don't know what that means, but I like the words like
Malkinfeld?
yeah, just exploded.
Yeah, the silencing shot just destroyed him.
Yep.
Emerald Warden, once again, every Emerald Warden we see doesn't go Steam Boots, doesn't need any survivability. She just needs a Thunderclaw. Because
Dude.
that's what every Emerald Warden does. It's true though. That's the worst part. Is like if she had Steam Boots and went an Ice Brand or an Ulstone, she would be so good. But
Yeah.
she doesn't actually. Moon Queen getting taken out pretty damn
Oh,
quick. Here's a
Moon
charge
Queen.
from Rampage.
Oh, go.
What?
Just get a hatchet.
Buy a hatchet from the shop, get it delivered to you instantly.
Yep.
Chop through that tree. But actually, the kills are pretty damn even. Which
Yeah, honestly, Legion has actually been. I don't want to say they're necessarily ahead yet, but they've been mounting a real good comeback after it.
After that
I don't even want to
start.
say it was rough. They're just, they were, in second place really, and It's a courier. Okay,
It's
I thought it was a creep
Actually,
for a
top
minute.
lane,
I'm like,
Beast
okay.
taking a lot of damage, getting the entangled from Boo Boo.
Oh boy, he's
Boo
done.
Boo Boo Boo. Oh, no, he's not gonna live. I love that scream. Here comes Emerald Warden, gonna die. It's just.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
You should see me watch porn.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine. Actually, Fade deciding not to
You
split
can.
her. I can. Deciding not to split her Ghost Marchers and gonna just go for the Codex the other way. I never understand this, man.
Yeah.
It's one of those heroes that doesn't need the phase boost to be effective.
Right. I don't even like phase boots that much on her. It's just good to build that and then build the
Split
codex and
them.
then get steam boots.
Yeah, and split them. I agree
Yeah.
100%. I've never understood it, but it's okay because I've seen it done. And actually, she is gonna get silenced.
Go
so
one
she
way or
can't
the
go
other.
with this. And if
Probably
Nufora is
gonna go
miss
the other
stun-
because she-
Oh, Nufora is gonna miss the stun. Actually, Malkin gonna throw a sword in and missed, but that's okay.
Now
It happens. Actually, it looks like we have a little confrontation here. Here's Bubbles. Confrontation. Yes, I did say it. And Andromeda just melts. Here comes Nufora. And
Oh.
yeah. Actually, here comes Malkin. Actually, here comes the stun from Fade, deciding not to auto attack with her good amount of damage she gets out of her ultimate. And see you later, not Nymphora. See you later, Malkin. I'm pretty sure you're gonna fall right here, unless Wild Soul has something to say about it. And does he? Does he? I mean, he's doing. Wow, Malkin doing a lot of damage right there. Nymphora's like, I'll save the day, but I have haste, so I can just run.
You know, I think this Hellborn team is getting a little sloppy.
I think so too.
They played a great first, 8-ish minutes, and then they just kind of.
Like, Wild Soul's farm was incredible, and now it's just subpar at this point in the game. He really needs to be above 300.
It should have been as high as it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even really sitting there. Bubbles is really, honestly, getting ready to take over this game in the next 5 or so minutes.
He already has his portal key. He's really going to start taking over now. I mean, he just blinks in and just does a ton of damage. Gosh, he has 2 Talisman of the Exiles, just giving a lot of stats, and I don't blame him at this point. He doesn't really need...
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat is...
Turtle's out of the shell.
Turtle is out of the shell, guys. Careful.
Warning, the turtle is out of the shell.
Warning, guys.
I really enjoy that troll voice. I'm very sorry if you don't.
Andromeda actually has phase roots. A little interesting.
Phasers. Because she phases in and out of reality.
Oh my...
That's something Seth would say.
It would be. Yeah, he's a hippie. Not really a hippie, though. I don't even think he's anything... He's kinda.
He's kind of a hippie.
I don't think he believes in everything a hippie... Well...
Let's just continually talk about people that these people have no reference point
That's
for.
okay. They don't care. They're like, oh man, we love talking about people we have no idea about anything about them. Actually, it looks like Legion gonna push bottom tower. Pretty easy push. No one on Hellborn has a TP, I don't think.
Nope.
Actually, Moon Queen
That's
does.
what I'm talking about. This sloppy play it's gonna cost them the game.
Andromeda actually gonna fall to this portal key Bubbles, which is on a bloodbath. Ooh, we see an immortal. Swissy Juker, get an immortal, bro. And
Do
actually,
we have anyone that got
yes,
an immortal on
we
stream
have.
yet?
I had to call him the skills that kills the next game because he did it. He's
Ah,
like,
was it Nida?
No, it was someone else who hasn't. I think it might have been. It was someone else, but. I was casting the game. He was like, "Will you say the skills that kill every time I get a kill?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, if I get an immortal."
It was with Pebbles.
Yeah, it was Pebbles, and he wasn't even doing that well in the beginning. Next thing I know, immortal, and I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want to say that." So I had to say it. Actually, a lot of fighting bottom as I'm talking about random stuff. Here comes Bubbles, doing a lot of damage because he is going to eat the last auto attack with the Iron Shield.
Look at that Iron Shield doing work.
And here comes Malkin doing a lot of damage to himself.
That Malkin losing his job
Yeah.
at work. I just tried to relate work and it didn't work.
Yeah, he's losing his job. Same difference. What is it? What is it nowadays? Actually, here comes Rampage, chasing around this Fade. Fade's going to throw down the slow. I don't know if that'll be enough. Rampage is pretty damn quick, even with Steam Boots, which is never a good pickup in my opinion. But,
Man.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. You build phase boots, you get more damage output.
The only thing you sacrifice is health, though. Which, I mean...
You can always build that. I mean, that's how you build Rampage.
I mean, you can get a shrunken head and a fortified bracelet or something like that, and that's more
You
than
can just go
enough.
helm. I mean, my God, a helm and
Yeah,
a vestment or
600
something.
health.
Helm vestment. There you go.
I forget, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know a lot of the exact things, but I know that gives you HP. I couldn't tell you by statistic how much HP you get it though. Get it.
Get it?
Yes, since I've been watching that damn jousting show, you know. That show is so awesome.
You just have to add ITH to the end of
No, they
every
actually don't say anything like that. I really
every
don't.
single verb.
Dude, actually they actually had like a Vegas tournament or something. Like it's becoming big enough where it's in
Vegas?
Vegas. Yeah.
Can you say that, like, I mean, I'm sure they don't do this, but, like, on the Vegas Strip, dude.
Yeah, they're in an arena.
There's casinos, there's Elvis impersonators, there's whores. and then there's just
Actually,
two guys.
initiation from Bubbles, hitting Moon Queen and Fade with the ultimate and the silence combination, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off. Did a lot of fucking damage, though.
Yeah, he's just flexing his muscles right there. Those big turtle muscles.
Look at those guns.
What a ninja!
I still think he is one of the best alt avatars in the game with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle alt avatar. Even though
I
it's one of
agree
the
with that.
cheapest, honestly, it is one of the coolest and one of the most well thought, in my opinion. And here comes Fade, gonna get sniped by Bloodbath. Will he have an immortal?
He's getting close.
One
He's
more,
got to
I
be.
think.
One more?
And Will the Hellborn can see before he gets it. They're like, no, he is an immortal, guys. We can't let
We
this
can't give him
happen.
this one.
Rampage,
Don't give him the gold coins and pop.
Rampage going for an Abyssal Skull. Pretty normal pickup for him, honestly. I like seeing him get a tank item, then an Abyssal Skull, but whatever order you guys decide, it's fine with me.
I mean, they're getting pretty offensive right now. I think that he's fine with it.
Oh, I'm sure he's okay with it. He's building.
He is the only melee.
Drum
now.
actually getting stunned in. Stunning Rampage. Here comes Malikan, throwing down the fear. Man, I used to have such a problem with that fear and clicking on people. It was awful. And Emerald Warren.
It's so bad.
Emerald Warren runs in with no survivability and just instantly dying.
You know when Malikan ults, he gets an insane amount of armor.
Yeah, he gets a crazy armor buff. And
It goes
down
like
really quick.
you're almost invincible. Like it's damn near a Jerry
It's
ult
for the first second.
for a first second or
The
two.
first second, and then it starts dropping. Really
I know it
bad.
drops, but like, I mean, it's great to like disjoin an auto attack or two, or like some kind of like a
Keep you
deadwood
alive.
punch, something like that. You know, I mean, I think it's a cool aspect to it.
I'll turn the monitor. It's just we're so close, and the mics are picking up.
You
That's
guess
awkward. You tried to earlier.
I did.
I know.
I hope everybody on stream saw me trying to kiss you,
That's really
and Pain's getting upset that I was trying to kiss you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, good moments in life. Actually, how many kills do we have right now? We have
And this is probably
40, 35, 44 kills in 22 minutes.
Sounded like it
like a
hurt.
bird.
Yeah.
Addition hurt brain.
I think Malikan gonna be going for that Whispering Helm, which I would like to see, but he better make it useful or I'll kill him because
Yeah.
if he gets a Whispering Helm and doesn't get a Minotaur or something cool to stack with, I'm gonna go crazy. So at that point, you might as well just build in a fucking Abyssal Skull. I understand you can eventually get a Symbol of Rage, but actually Andromeda taking a lot of damage from this Bubbles. Fade's like, I'll save you, but I'm silenced, so no stun. And he's probably gonna take cover.
Okay, there is no reason. Not one.
Oh, Bubbles gonna have to take cover in a second. Is he gonna take cover? He's gonna take cover. Throw your shell, bro. He's gonna throw a shell. Oh my God! Look at his HP. And he has a blink up
30
any
HP.
second. He has a blink,
He is still one auto attack from death, and he is hiding.
and he's gonna blink
running.
away.
All right, he's kind of out of the woods, I think.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be okay at this point. He really needs to carry TP with him though.
Wait, I got a goddamn.
And Nymphora actually finishing off Fade right there. Pretty easy.
Nymfora's about to
44.
explode.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of damage was done.
I also was about to.
No, Emerald Warren has no items at all. Well, he has items, but they 758 HP. There's heroes that start off with more HP than that.
There are.
Yeah, you get minor totems, you can go to 777 off the start.
I've gone to lane with like 853
You've
with
gone
Predator
through Crushing
before.
Claws, yeah, that's why.
Three crushing claws with like someone who doesn't use mana. I love that build.
Well,
Because you do almost as much damage as you would with a hatchet to creeps, and you can just beat the hell out of anyone in your lane if you're a strength character.
I like it, but at the same time, it's like if you're not gonna build those into anything, it kind of defeats the purpose almost for me. It's like I'm not gonna build this into anything, and I'm eventually
Well, I mean,
just
but
gonna
if you
sell them.
use a hatchet, it's the same thing, and you can't even sell it.
Yeah. Is it the equivalent for money though? I don't think it is. How much are crushing costs? 150?
150.
So you're
I mean, it would be about 350, but then you got to think about okay, a shield is only 250,
450.
and a shield.
Well, no. All the crushing claws added together at 150, it would be 450.
Oh yeah, I said 350.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know, but I mean,
It's just a lot of gold when you could get a hatch. It is some stats, you're right, but eventually you're gonna sell them, and I guess it's better to sell them than not. I guess. I don't know. In my personal opinion, because
I think it's good for getting ganky early because if you're really cranking out that hero damage, I think it's important.
no.
Oh my
yeah, a lot of
God.
Imps coming at Nymphora are gonna instantly fall. That's what Nymphora's
Nymphora, I
job
feel
is.
bad for you.
Yeah, that's Nymphora's job, sadly.
Do you think they named Nymphora because like she's like a nymphomaniac?
I would assume it's because she's. I don't know. Why is that like? I assume that was like a name for a fairy. Like.
I mean, a nymph is like a fantasy fairy
Yeah.
thing, but I just enjoy thinking that she's a nymphomaniac.
Well, I mean, you could definitely enjoy it, but do you enjoy it when she becomes Link anymore? Or?
Yeah. No, fairy boys actually appeal to me a little bit more than fairy girls, I think.
Oh God.
I'm a Catholic priest when I'm not casting, by the way.
Yeah, he really.
What the hell happened?
It didn't turn off. It just went to sleep for a second.
Went to sleep while running Han?
Well, it's not.
Horrifying.
It's not actually like you're not moving around with the mouse. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Melican did take control of a creep actually, and where is it? Found it.
Hiding out.
Well, I mean,
Smoking weed in the trees.
if he's gonna get ganked, I guess it's there for protection. And actually, he's probably listening to the stream. He's like, "Oh crap, guys, I'm not microwaving as well as I could be."
Probably.
Oh well, that's okay. We forgive you because most people actually don't even take over creeps, so you're one step ahead of everyone else in this game. Emerald Warden, get a goddamn Mighty Blade or something.
Nope.
Like, dude.
Can't do it. It's getting Frostburn, but I guarantee
It's going Firebrand first.
Firebrand
Lord,
first.
She already has the.
Yep.
This seriously annoys me. Like, cause she melts. Like, she doesn't even do all that much damage. Whatever, Bubbles is still taking over this game, doing a lot of damage. But you look at it, Hellborn has an advantage in everything right now.
Yeah, they're starting to get that advantage back. I think they realized they started to play sloppy. I think they realized it a little too late because it was pretty plain as day to see.
They're playing really passive now, in my opinion. As I say that.
Yeah, I mean they need to with 3 or 4 hard-ass carries.
Yeah, they just sit back and let them farm. I mean,
they have great gank potential with. And I think Moon Queen's a pretty good ganker in my opinion. Wild Soul's a great ganker with that bear. And what the fuck? Andromeda, Anaconda, and Arachna. What the Anal Blast, Andromeda, Anaconda, and yeah, I mean they have good gank potential to stop those heroes and just play passive, and that's what they really need to do for a while.
No, I agree. Sorry if the camera was sitting still for a second. I was making sure we weren't echoing in the stream, and we are not, which is a good thing. Echoing would suck, but
I heard a little bit when you opened it up, but
it's because we just heard ourselves repeat. It wasn't because you're actually going through my mic and echoing onto there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was worried about. I
wouldn't hear me repeat.
Well, we were for a second echoing, so.
Yeah.
I mean, well, not much we can do.
I mean, if we're good now, we're good now.
Yeah, as long as we're okay now, I don't really care.
Farm together, win together.
Andromeda. Well, I mean, Andromeda. Oh, that is Moon Queen. Okay, I thought that was Andromeda for a second. They look pretty similar to some extent.
Yep.
They're both purplish. That's my excuse for that. But actually,
there are 4 wings.
Moon Queen actually going that steam boots, which I really like to see, giving her a little bit of survivability, and she has such a fast movement speed. You don't need phase boots, people. 380 with steam boots is just ridiculous.
A gank crazy Moon Queen. I
would say if you
support phasers, but then if you're looking to go late game, which this team definitely needs to, then I am for.
Okay, I know. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Phase boots on the Staff of the Master, Moon Queen, isn't all that bad. Actually, Emerald Warden getting picked off like always. You know, you don't have any stats, bro. I mean, what do you expect from that? But
yeah, you had your team coming. If you had, 200-300 more HP, they might have been there, and you might have been alive.
But like I was saying, if she goes that Staff of the Master, Shrunken Head build, the really alt kind of build, I think definitely phase boots would make a lot more sense for chasing.
Wild's might be in trouble.
I was throwing a shell and doing a lot of damage. Flippy Sword is going to snipe Wild Soul. He's taking a lot of damage. Fade does initiate somewhere. I can hear it. Bubbles takes covers. Like, screw you, Fade. Leave me alone. You're a jerk. It actually does a lot. Wow. Oh my God, he's going to take cover again. He has a portal key up for 1 second. He has a portal key up. And he's going to blink away. Very nice.
And I'm out.
And I'm out. And you know what? Fade landing a nice stun right there. Possibly keeping herself alive. And Nymfora's like, I'm just going to TP in front of you. Hey, what's up, Fade? Actually, going to land a stun. Going to ensure the kill. Great TP by Nymfora. And Nymfora's going to cut off Moon Queen as well, but she does not have a stun up. Here comes the Moon Queen ultimate, though. Yeah, Moon Queen doing a lot of damage with that ultimate. And you know what? Probably going to
win that.
Yeah, I would say she's going to auto attack you, especially with that Iron Shield. Oh! She had to wait a second, get around the corner to make sure her stun was off cooldown. Very nice play by Nymfora.
Imp was getting manly there.
Flimpy Sword with only 1,000 HP himself going straight Rift Shards. Now, I know we were looking at that a second ago.
Yeah,
why?
What? Is it level 1?
It's level 2 now. I mean, you could definitely. I would rather see a Savage Mace first before Rift Shards.
Nigga, you on drugs.
I mean, the best way of putting it is why? Why? Tablet Command actually picked up an Andromeda great item.
You need that extra damage to get a bigger crit with, or attack speed so you can just get more procs in.
Yeah, like a Frostburn first, and then possibly Savage Mace, Rift Shards. Like you have to build damage first and attack speed.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to finish a Geo Frostwolf. You just gotta build the Frostburn Savage. Then you can go Rift Shards, or you should probably go Shrunken Head because that's the safe thing to do. But
Definitely agreed there.
yeah, but looking at this Legion team, I'm surprised we're not seeing more Shrunken Heads attempts of picking up. I mean, Faye does a lot of magic damage.
On what team?
Legion. I mean,
You want them to pick up more Shrunken Heads.
especially with Moon Queen. I mean, Moon Queen all doing a lot of damage, Andromeda
Yeah,
doing all
that's a real
magic
pain.
damage.
I think now that they're getting to getting almost out of that ganky part of the game where you're going to see more team fights, I think it's not as a big deal because again in Moon Queen's case, got him right. Because you get into those team fights and you can't expect every single one to hit you.
You can't expect that, but at the same time,
right? You can't assume either, for sure.
I mean, it does do a good chunk of damage, and honestly, it can null vote. Oh my god, great fade. Landing a stun. You know what? The bird's going to heal up Emerald Warren like a boss. He's going to try to turn around. He needs the bottle sip. That is why you have a bottle, good sir. That is something that people just don't do. Actually, Bubble's going to finish off Fade. Actually, going to take cover of the stun from Andromeda, doing a lot of damage. Will Bubbles get his Immortal right here? He does not get the kill. I think he's one away from Immortal. I would love to see that. And he has a portal key up any second. He's not going to blink. I don't blame him. Actually, Namphora are going to try to teleport and cut off this Wild Soul. Not going to be in time.
Yeah. It was a pretty good guess. Just a
guess.
couple inches in front of him, and she probably would have had him.
Do you think Moon Queen's going Shrunken Head or Ice Brand, or do you think she's going Staff of the Master? I mean, she does have a Mighty Blade.
Honestly, it's a tough call. I think I'd like to see her go Shrunken Head, but what do I actually think she's building?
Yeah, what do you really think she's going to build?
I mean, she's about to hit level 16. She's still pretty high in the game for levels. Honestly, it's a tough call. If she can finish it within a level or two, I think I'd like to see her go Staff of the Master, because it still gives you a little bit of survivability, and when she hits that level 3 ult and picks up a staff at the same time, she's going to hurt.
That is some actually really good microbiome Malkin making sure he stacks really well. I love seeing that, because that just makes his farm boom that much more when you're under farm like that.
Right. I mean, it's pretty much a free camp.
Yeah, like he could. Well, he only stacked that one, which is surprising me. He could have stacked this one and this one at the exact same time. But you know what? I'm not asking for miracles. That is. I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just we don't see it enough, anyways. Like you actually managing to stack with your minion is pretty impressive to me. So, actually, Malkin getting his ass out of there before he's getting ganked by Rampage. Very good. Very, very good. Andromeda comes in, stuns Rampage, is like, oh no, don't hurt me. I was kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. And he does have a lot of braces. He has a good amount of HP for being Andromeda, not going Steam Boots as well. 1,200 HP.
That's...
Codex 1 just picked up on Fade.
Here.
He didn't split his boots, man. He would have a Codex 2 by now. Or possibly more.
Codex 2 or Steam Boots and a Codex 1, or...
He could have had a Codex 2 or more.
Anything else, because he would have been ganking earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have had a Codex 2 or more, because he would have got more ganks off with the Codex earlier. Dude, you look so weird in a ponytail. I'm sorry. Just from, like, this angle, like, straight ahead. Like, you look... I know, but you look like you, like, lost a lot of hair.
Yours look gigantic.
Yeah, your ears do look pretty big. Are they? You just hide them underneath the hair? Okay, let's look at this game, not Anaris' face. You can hear your thoughts. He's just like, you're so big, you can hear your thoughts. Sorry, guys, had a good little crack-up moment right there. Malkin initiating out Bubbles, a lot of initiation everywhere else, but I don't care.
Emerald Warden just got caught in the
Shrunken Head just picked up on Moon Queen as well, but Malkin doing a lot of damage to Namphora. Namphora being the tank she shouldn't be, eating a lot of damage.
What do you think she's doing with that plate mail? That is...
I hope she goes Frostfield plate. I mean, if she gets...
I do too, but she's had it for almost 10 minutes.
Say, she shouldn't be getting that farm. Like, there's no way she's going to pick up a 2700 item as Namphora, or I couldn't imagine. But, Moon Queen just finished a Shrunken Head, so I should really help her out in teamfight to let her move around until Rampage decides to bash her 9,000 times.
Yep.
Anaris saying is very sensitive about his ears, but we all know that's not true.
That's about my
Dude, I have the biggest nose in the fucking planet. I can't...
Dude.
Can't do anything about
it. This camera angle, too.
Not helping me. Actually, Bubbles going in on Wild Soul, definitely killing him. I'm not going to pick up any chicks from this camera angle.
Power of the Jew.
I'm not even Jewish, which is the worst part. Actually, Faye taking a lot of damage, holding a bound eye, drops it last second. Moon Queen's going for it. Actually, Andromeda picks it up and tablets forward.
What a boss.
Head trick picked up by the orange Flippy Sword with his badass Rift Shards, proving us wrong.
Andromeda.
Huh? Flint shot it. I thought he picked it up and tableted forward. I'm like, what?
Either way, that tablet forward was the manliest thing I've seen in this game.
Malkin actually...
Malkin has an axe of the Malphite.
He's gonna go for that early, I believe...
Art?
No, he's gonna go for the
Symbol.
Symbol Rage, yeah. Which I disagree with personally. I think he needs another item like a Shrunken Head before he decides to go for that, because that's the
I
Malekith
think
build.
from this point right now, I'd like to see him go Heart instead. Since he already has it, I'd like to see him go Heart and then get another one.
I think well personally what he needs to do is get a Shrunken Head so he can move in team fights, and then build
Probably just participate in team
well,
fights.
that too. But I mean, he needs the Shrunken Head to be able
Or
to
defend
move,
his towers.
be able to move and auto attack. And if he can auto attack, he'll heal himself right back up with the Interesting. He will heal himself back up with that item I can't remember the name of.
Your thoughts, he can.
Are you? That's pretty funny. They're not even that big. Like compared to my nose and then an average nose, my nose is bigger than your ears compared to average ears. That's actually pretty awesome. And it looks like oh, you're getting gutsy. Shut up! There's more important things going on than your ears. Actually, Fade finding Emerald Warden with no HP in the jungle. Still literally under 900 HP, barely over 800. You can go to lane with more than 800 HP, like
Slap my ass and call me food. That is.
He really is.
Oh my
God. He just gets literally two-shot.
Yeah.
Other than his bird heals him, that's the only survivability he has, and that's not a lot.
Yeah. My bird's got this, guys. I'm a reward and I approve of this message.
This bird hits people, heals them, you know, does everything for him.
It's one of my favorite things to say.
I
am whatever hero and I approve of this message.
Not really for me. The only time that voice comes out for me anymore, because it fucking kills my voice after a while, is when I really am fucking around and really hyped up.
Yeah.
Right now I'm pretty hyped up.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, playing Call of Duty when you're playing as 9-year-old kids.
Yelling at 9-year-olds.
I feel like the biggest douchebag, but
You son of a bitch!
they yell at me, even though I'm doing better than them.
You don't even have a real penis yet.
That is not
that's
exactly what I
kids
said.
yell.
Not even close. I say more educated things than that, you know. Before actually getting caught out by Fade, Fade does have some backup right here. Here comes the stun from Andromeda or the Moonbeam, whatever.
Yeah, that
Same
was...
difference. And what is we haven't checked out Wild Soul's items in a while. He actually has a helm. He's going for that little tankier build that I don't necessarily agree with, but it is going to give him a little bit of survivability when he ults. If he ults, he's going to be a tank.
Yeah.
So
I almost like him played as a glass cannon. You know, he ends up once he ends up with items, he ends up with a decent amount of strength items. You know, just by the nature of what you're supposed to get on him. So he's not quite a glass cannon, but I mean,
he feels like it.
You don't have to pay attention to survivability. It's just kind of the nature of his items that give him a little bit of survivability.
Now I really want to see this Malkin in both auras. Oh, actually no, Moon Queen is only a ranged aura. So how much is Moon Queen hitting in both auras? 200 damage with both auras. Wild Soul, he's not in both.
No damage.
Wild Soul's not even in any aura. He's hitting for 177. He's in the Moonbeam aura now for 211. And Andromeda 250. They were doing a lot of damage. Flimpy's was falling because he only has Rift Shards. And actually, Rampage is like, Malkin, you're mine. I'm taking you over here, and you're gonna fall to the bubbles. Pretty easy. That is some crazy animation for the bubbles ultimate. Emerald Warden, being the glass he is, not even a cannon.
Shattering like glass.
Rampage falling pretty easily to the Moon Queen ultimate, and great swap, but Bubbles is like, nope, already threw a shell.
Yeah, that was a good reaction by Bubbles for
And
sure.
Forrest going out into her.
Look at this Wild Soul just eating damage like it's food.
Yeah, he is tanky for sure. And if he ults, why doesn't he just ult? Why doesn't he ult? I like when Wild Soul ults personally. I think it's good. I think it's better. There you go. Listen to my advice. Look at this.
Yeah.
Fast he hits too. What is that? 1.81.
But when he turns on Battle Cry,
Yeah.
that's
The wild.
what's no Battle Cry.
Oh.
It's a buff he gets when he turns it.
Oh, I didn't even notice. And actually, Bubbles is going to probably fall right here unless he takes cover like a boss. He is taking cover right now, even though it doesn't look like it. Trust me, that happens to me all the time. He has to take cover in 1 second. Will he use it? He's going to use it. Shelter.
He's not going anywhere though.
Oh, he's not going to live. I really thought he was going to live. I was getting super excited. And Twisty Juker's like, I can't juke without any trees.
They're in some trouble here. This Glass Warden might not do anything.
I
Probably
mean,
what
she's
to
not
say.
even hitting fast. It just bothers me, man. It's like you're still under barely over 800 HP, and you think I need to finish a Firebrand. That's your first idea?
That's my reaction.
No, I mean,
What do you do when you finish the Firebrand, dude? You build another one.
yeah. You build a Nullfire blade at that point. You don't need strength. What?
If it says strength, I don't want it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
how
an
you play.
agility hero. I stick to agility. But really, you need to get the Ice Brand first, and then possibly a Nullstone. Nullstone on Emerald Warden lets you eat a lot of damage. Your bird does a lot of auto attack damage. Your bird heals you up. You have a lot of HP regen, and you can eat abilities, and it gives you plus 10 stats to everything. It is probably the best item on Emerald Warden or an Ice Brand right off the start. We've talked about this. I've probably 6 or 7 times now.
Yeah,
oh
it's.
my God.
I don't even know if it's worth addressing.
It's
really.
just so.
Because clearly, it's not gonna
Well,
change.
it works with people who actually come back, not like this guy who just joined here and hopefully is listening. I mean, bro, that's not how you do it.
Yeah. Can you hear me on stream, by the way? This thing's going to sleep.
But yeah, I can still hear you as long as yeah, I can. Skype is still open. It's just going to sleep, as in like.
Yeah, they usually sleep up. It doesn't close programs. It puts them on hold. But I mean, if you can hear me, whatever.
Yeah, I can hear you for sure. Actually, he does go hard. He does listen to you, so that's good. Yeah, listening to him. He
1-0.
I mean, it does give him a good amount of damage because of the strength.
What's his regen sitting
His
at?
regen is sitting at 24 regen.
24. I mean, as Malikan, he has a pretty big strength gain. He's already sitting at almost 120 strength, and that's his only strength. Oh, I mean, obviously besides Steam Boots.
Yeah.
But I mean, as an item, you know, after boots, that's his only item. So
you got to remember, he does have lifesteal, so.
right, he's got 2 kinds of it too. I mean, he's got the sword and he's got the Whispering Helm. He's gonna be pretty tanky.
And when he gets low, he does hit a lot faster.
Oh, he hit! Oh my God! It's a flash of lightning.
That's the funny part when you build a
Action going on top.
Yeah, a lot of action. I'm missing. I'm watching Malikan farm over here. Wow, so taking a lot of damage, being the tank he can be right now with that Helm of the Black Legion, eating a lot of it. Gonna eat the snipe. Will it be enough for a kill on him? It is gonna be enough with that auto attack and the blink. There you go. Andromeda probably gonna fall to the bubbles. Shell surf any second. 5 seconds now. Takes cover, the Malikan sword throw, and Malikan, you're gonna be doing a lot of damage, but there's 4 of them. I don't care who you are, with a heart or not. That's a lot. Rampage bashing you around like that, not a lot of fun. Nymphor is going to have a start up in 5 seconds. You do have a shell surf, Bubbles. Bubbles like, screw it. I want this Andromeda. I'm missing uphill. And the last auto attack is going to follow him past the tab of the command, which does not destroy him, by the way.
I think Malikan might be able to win this fight too. Oh no, there's
a third. Flint Beastwood critting all over him, you know, doing his thing with his phase boot, 540 crits, with his warp cleft as well. He's still built no stats, but that's okay.
I still think.
That's it.
I mean,
when you have 2 base aura damage. Actually, thinking about it, if he's standing in the aura damage and it's just a straight up crit, it's not as bad as we were making it sound. Because he does hit for how much more percentage? Like 52% more?
Flint Beast, what are you talking?
Because he.
What aura?
Oh my God, wrong team again. Fuck!
I mean, he does have the 20% base damage aura.
I was going
from Rampage's this skull. I was making sure before we.
Yeah, I did that last game as well.
Even though we got that mixed up. We actually have.
Yeah, that's smart.
Honestly, yeah, I like Abyss Skull on Andromeda. You don't get the lifesteal to your ranged butt buddies, allies is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Strangely, my mind goes to things that imply sexual deviance before you know,
how your brain works.
Normal things. Yeah, I'm a pretty normal individual.
You really are. Probably the most normal. No, actually, Wingbow picked up on Moon Queen. Very good pickup.
How you like that Brutalizer pickup on Wild Soul?
He's gonna go. I think he's gonna go into his alt form.
I think he's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go.
I think he's gonna be relying on his alt more.
Yeah, I know. I've read that in guides like late game. You're supposed to go just not even get out of bear form.
Nope, you're supposed to stay in it.
And you're supposed to go crazy.
Because it gives you a lot of tank potential. And the thing is, I like building a shrunken head on him because it actually gives you the potential to move around in team fights as that big fucking bear, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you don't build any kind of tanky items, which he obviously has with the helm, but that doesn't let him free roam in fights. That just lets him survive a little longer. And what he really needs to do is actually move around and auto attack. If he can't auto attack and gets locked down, he's just as useless as he would be in his range form. So,
I really love. There's that Firebrand pickup on EW.
There we go. About time. Getting that armor. Whatever.
Wait till he builds another one.
Can't wait till he builds a charge hammer with no stats in that as well. Actually, wow, Flint Beast, I mean not Flint Beast, so Moon Queen is actually just standing her ground with her Shrunken Head activated, waiting for her teammates to back her up. But here comes Emerald Warden Fade. What am I saying? Actually, Bubbles porting in to try to kill him. You know, the Iron Shield too strong. Nothing you can do about that. And there you go. There's some Shell Surf bitch slap.
I like the little bit of help from Fade. That little, what's it called?
Slow thingy.
Yeah, well, it's a speed boost for your allies.
Is it a speed boost for? I thought it was only for you. My bad. Actually,
yeah, it's a boost for allies.
Fade is only going level 1 codex, and here goes. Yeah, There.
Ooh,
Wild's
there's
a
about to
really-
be some dying going
Wild's
on.
a really needs Shrunken Head in my opinion. I think
I agree with
because
that.
he just can't move. If he could move, he would do a lot of damage.
Yeah, he could have picked up a kill or two there, in my opinion, if he were you know, getting through all that magic damage.
Yeah, I mean at this point now, just pick up a Shrunken Head and just stay in your alt form. Drop your Elk Bones. I'm sorry, you don't need them anymore.
Yeah, I think he picked up some weird items that's really going to limit his late game potential, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You know, Helm, honestly, if I were him, I'd be saving up for a heart, and I'd replace the Helm with
Yeah.
the heart right now.
It's either I'd be getting a Shrunken Head or a Heart. Yeah.
Shrunken Head or a heart, yeah. Because, I mean, Frostburn is pretty much universal
You
on
have
him.
to get
You need to get that. That's fine, you know. Phase boots, I mean, you need boots. Charged hammer is pretty good on him. I think he needs to take that brutalizer and put it on the bear, personally.
As
That way-
of now, if he's gonna stay in his range form, why the hell not?
Yeah, I mean, even if he doesn't, to be honest, I think that he could get better items on himself.
Actually, I mean, Wildsoul is chasing this Emerald Warren. Emerald Warren throws on a trap, actually going to catch Wildsoul. He's not going to auto it, because why would you do that? I mean, it doesn't give you gold. Actually, it gives you, like, what, 24 gold? It was sarcasm, honestly, but I'm trying to remember how much gold it gives you now. Actually, wow, Nymphora did pick up her Acolyte staff
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's taking a little longer than she wanted, and probably affecting her warding on the map, but, oh, not really.
No, she's been keeping up with it. I think that's why it's so late.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, though. I mean, it's better late than never, and
Right,
she's
when
keeping up
your
mission.
support's getting items and there are
Wards?
4 wards on the map,
Malkin
yeah,
going really
there's no complaints.
Malkin going really defensive this game, but look at how much he hits for with this. Look at that. He has no offensive
Wow.
items. He hits for over 300 damage with both auras around him.
Yeah, I like this the base damage aura build.
324 damage, but he is falling really fast. He really needs that Shrunken Head to do anything here. Gonna get Tablet out of the Bubbles ultimate, doing damage to him and stunning him. Wildsoul is gonna fall. Run for your life, Melican. Run.
This Legion team really has an advantage in team
Once
fight.
this Melican gets a Shrunken Head, though, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah,
I mean, Rampage can hold him down,
the
though.
first team to start building Shrunken Heads, because there hasn't been one this game except for on Moon Queen.
Melican is trying to build one at the moment.
Yeah, right. I think, well, you know, once these teams start picking up 2-3 Shrunken Heads on their own team, that's going to be the game winner right there.
We have 85 kills this game, actually.
Wow.
But Melican, once you...
About 2 kills a minute?
Yeah, about...
There?
Yeah, well, little more,
0.8.
barely. Yeah,
Off.
yeah, but... Melican does have a Shrunken Head any second now. Moon Queen picking up his Whispering Helm. Very good item. Even this late in the game, bouncing to each unit and giving you lifesteal is always good.
Yeah.
I mean, she does need to sell her bottle and possibly pick up something more effective at this point in the game, but... I mean, I'm not gonna judge that much. She does need to get TP, though.
I think I'd like to see a Frostburn on her. I know it's weird to get it
I
late, but...
I wouldn't get a Frostburn with the Whispering Helm anymore. I get a Geobane.
Oh, yeah, that was
Oh,
retarded.
yeah,
Geobane.
Geobane. Yeah. Geobane really good, gives her movement speed that she doesn't really lack, but definitely helps with the Steam Boots because she didn't go Phase Boots.
Yeah.
So, actually, Ring of the Teacher just picked up on... Is he going to go Gnome's Wisdom now, too? That one, I mean, he's going straight support, but I don't think he's buying wards. Which, it doesn't look like he's buying wards. So, I mean, Andromeda is building supportive items, but no wards on the map is really...
She's going kind of team fight support instead of map support, and
She's a map support hero, I don't care who...
Right, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is, it's really limiting Fade's potential of ganking, in my opinion, as well.
I agree with that. When you have a Fade, you need wards.
Yeah, even Fade could really buy the wards, but Fade this game, I really assumed she wasn't going to. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. And she decides to only go Codex 1 to get a Frostburn. Andromeda gave up on her team a while ago. Well, your team's doing pretty fucking well. Especially Moon Queen right now.
I mean, you guys are in the lead for gold and experience right now. And, I mean, towers are even. So, I don't think giving up is quite necessary.
No, especially when you stand next to Melican, you give him 300, and he does 320
Yeah, that's
damage.
pretty ridiculous. Even Andromeda's doing almost 200 right now.
Personally, what I think Andromeda should have done, instead of building an Astrolabe, I think she should have won a Void Talisman, so she just cannot get... She needs to stay alive in these fights, and Rampage... I think Rampage should focus Andromeda, because Melican will do not as much damage, like significantly less damage than
Yeah, I mean,
it would.
that's what, 56% extra when she's not there?
Yeah, it's a lot. What is it? 36%?
36 and 20.
56%. That is a lot. And then
I mean,
when Moon
that's
Queen...
1.5 times.
And when Moon Queen's actually there, that is... My God, was it...
That's just about a DD on anybody that's ranged.
Yeah,
Pretty
which
much.
is Wild Soul. And Melican when he ults. Melican when
Oh
he
my
ults. I
God.
didn't even think about that. I forgot he turns into range. Actually, Fade finding Rampage. Rampage taking a lot of damage. Bubble's like, screw you, leave my teammate alone. But Andromeda's going to fall really quick. Moon Queen does ult right there, doing a decent amount of... I don't know where the damage went to. It did damage, I heard it. Flint
Only went
Beastwood.
off.
Flint Beastwood's fade, bro. I don't understand your whole plan right there. Maybe I shouldn't understand it.
Good. Flint's picking up that charged
He's
hammer
gonna
and
pick
really
up a
make
charge
that
hammer. Yeah, he needs the attack speed.
And the hungry spirit,
Eventually, we'll be Whispering Helm, I hope.
because he's hungry.
Or an Elder. If he picks up an EP, oh my God, it'll be.
EP Rift
It'll be
Shards.
so bad, and he'll be so squishy. But at the same time, if he can just stand back, it'll be so awesome.
If he just mini stun procs, dude, they can't move.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's
EP Rift Shards.
if he does.
I will pay you to build EP Rift Shards right
If
now.
he does it right, I think he'll do a ton of damage. And a lot of items picked up right there. What was it? A Bulwark on Rampage, the Frostfield Plate finished on Nymphora, and I'm a warn about the
I already
finished
used it
Frostfield.
last.
Nope, that was someone else. That was Bubbles, bro.
Oh, he has one
He has
too.
one as well. And he has a Shield Breaker now.
Shield.
Interesting. It does give him a lot of that damage. He has been lacking, though. I mean, I'd rather see a Sheep Stick
Yeah.
to hold down some of these people, but like
Yeah,
catching.
especially when they already have a dedicated carry like Flint, and even someone that can carry pretty well, in my opinion, like Rampage, and distant third Emerald Ward because he knows what HP is.
Exactly. But I mean, the thing is, where I'm going at it is just because Moon Queen has a shrunken head doesn't mean you can blink in before she realizes it and Sheep Stick him. You Sheep Stick him, he's.
Oh yeah.
And Rampage comes up and just pulls him away. Like.
Right. Yeah.
Moon Queen activating a Shrunken Head for that's not going to matter. And that's one thing I really like about Rampage. He is literally a Shrunken Head counter.
Yeah.
Because you activate it, and he can still pull you away.
He can still bash you around. Yeah.
All of his stuff is physical. It's kind of like Drunken Master and who's the other one? Tundra. Tundra is superior magic. It's literally used not to do damage. The whole Shrunken Head hero's right there, so they can auto attack you down.
Yeah.
And
the whole Shrunken Head hero. Usually they're sectioned up, and they're pretty much split up around the map, depending on where the wards are. But
actually, Kagura
yeah.
was slain by the Hellboard team. Was not looking over there for a reason, because you guys didn't need to know that. I realized it literally 5 seconds before they slayed it.
I saw a bunch of red on the map, and I'm like, what are they doing? Oh yeah, that's probably what
It's
they're
really
doing.
weird. Fate actually just finished a power supply pretty recently, and actually trying to initiate on this Emerald Warning, knowing he has backup. And here comes the sword from Malkin. She had a mana battery literally only 2 minutes ago. She just finished the power supply. I mean, I guess never late, then never. That didn't make any sense.
Why don't you just leave that one alone? You leave that one to the pros.
I'll keep that one alone because I can't talk. Obviously, actually, token picked up by
Better never than ever.
Better never than never. On fire. Actually, Malkin now hitting for 332 damage. My God, around. Actually, Rampage charging it into Moon Queen, saying, "Screw you, all my stuff's physical. Your Shrunken Head doesn't matter." Here comes Malkin, just sitting off to the side, doing chunks of damage.
Yeah, he's.
And he does splash damage as well. And that's gonna be a double tap for. Oh, it's not gonna be a double tap. Rampage is gonna live, but. And there goes Bubbles. Yeah, Bubbles, you played a great game, bro, but it's not gonna matter in the end. You can't carry the game.
Yeah, the game's gone too late now. Like we were saying, Hellborn had this past 45, 50 minutes, and it just hit 50 minutes, and they're hitting like a truck.
Second Ice Brain. Weird.
There's the GG can see. Good game, guys.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch. Really interesting builds, and I personally enjoyed it. My name's Kins from Choose Wisely Gaming. Joining me was Tater. Tater, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's the game?
Woo!
And that'll end.